What's going on, guys? So today on this Shoki third-party dinosaur that turns into a box robot review, we're going to be taking a look at something new, mostly, from 52 Toys, and it is the BB-29 Bloodstone. And of course, that's in the Beast Box line. You guys should know this by now. Now, the funny thing is they quit putting Beast Box on the front, but they put it on top, which is good, I guess. And they've got 5th anniversary, which is cool. Now, this is in their kind of Stegosaurus type line, and they've got a few in there. I managed to get this one. I do want a couple of the other ones, though, including the Ankylosaurus. You got Beast Mode, Box Mode right there. Oh, by the way, a whole nice gray and red motif going on here. I think this is meant to be an homage to Mechagodzilla. I think. I could be wrong. But there you go. Black, red, all things schematics. Nice images here where you can actually sort of see the colors. That's not normal. And you got X2R team did the mechanical design. Cool. You got all the stuff here. Warnings, all this stuff like that. Ages 15 plus. Hey, I'm right in the middle of that. And you got a Sad Pac-Man thing there. And of course, go follow them on the Facebooks and the Instagrams at 52 Toys. Go do it. I do. That's how I find out what all is coming. And you got Bloodstone there, BB-29, weapon hole! And then just scan the QR code via WeChat and to the box universe. I don't know what that means. Warnings on the bottom. It's perfectly good. Now, guys, if you want to see my initial reaction and original playing around with this, you got to be a channel member. They get to see out the boxes where I really get to play with these things for the first time. And realistically, I have not touched this thing since I did the out the box video. So if you're interested in joining up and helping support the channel, drawing button down there, so you can see all these things. Like I did this one, Reaper, and Unus, because I hadn't seen these before. They weren't new molds, or they were new molds, I should say. And then of course all transforming things like the upcoming New Age David. That was a heck of an out the box. So let's go ahead and get this guy out and see how cool he is. I forgot to do the what's in the box thing. So you do get the instructions. These got a little squished at some point since I opened them. It's a little offset, or it might have been squished in a box. I don't remember. I know one of them I got was a little wonky. Transformation is actually not that difficult, but I did miss a few steps the first go around because I couldn't tell certain things needed to move. But I'm pretty good at this point. But their instructions are actually pretty good. I don't know if I've ever really talked about them. Maybe it's worth doing a video one day talking about the different instructions, like versus Hasbro or other third-party companies and stuff like that who also do transformation instructions. Maybe it's worth doing a thing talking about them and comparing and contrasting. If you guys want to see that, let me know. But that's it. Instructions. They do the thing. Keep them handy just in case. Hey, don't break that. You also get the normal thingy full of all the crap on the side. You guys should know how this goes by now. Go ahead and squeeze this out. That kind of got stuck. You get the clear thingy. This one's curved a bit. That's different. So that's for the box spring, if you feel like doing that, to where it'll shoot out of the box charger. I don't really bother with such things anymore. I did at the beginning, but I don't care otherwise. Looks like we have some good old catalog. Looks exactly the same as the previous ones. Nothing new going on. I don't think so. So I will show, it's on the back side here, the other versions of this mold. So you got Jawbreaker, which is kind of a Trypticon mold apparently. Excuse me. Oh, they do have a different head mold. I didn't realize that. Okay. And then Thrashard. So I do want both of those. Now, funny thing is, I originally thought that this was just going to be a version of the Brachiosaur, because they have a very similar base, but no, not even close to being the same type of machine. So that's cool. And then, of course, we get the character card, which I do like that they do these things. And definitely, yeah, definitely a Mechagodzilla situation going on here. You can tell. It's like he's smashing up a city. Even got the cool jet thing. I think that's actually their upcoming new Mega Box thing. I forgot what that's called, but it's got 2 little jets. And you got him there breathing some mechanical fire. Got defense is pretty high, strength is high, courage is high, speed is slow, and intelligence is low. It's all good. Two giants are in a standoff situation, and Ruined Bloodstone feels unprecedented threat as he faces a rival in front of him. He decides to take the initiative by taking down the enemy in one decisive blow. Shortly after, he gathers all the energy to his mouth with deafening roar. Red bolts of lightning surges forward. So yeah, he's definitely either a Mecha Godzilla or just a type of Godzilla. He'd have to be like Burning Godzilla, I would think, to be red, but I think it's meant to be like a Mecha Godzilla. Though I'm kind of wondering what the threat is that he's facing. That's actually pretty interesting. Okay, so here he is in box charger, box mode here, box mode. And I didn't do a Taro video for this guy yet, so I'll probably do that at the end of the video, or right after the video. Make sure, guys, if you're interested in seeing how to transform him back to a box, that will be it on the secondary channel. Whether or not I mention that, I tend to link them at the end of the video or in the cards. But either way, there's your box charger. They're doing a lot better about having them fogged on the side and pretty crystal clear on the front. By the way, I just have lots and lots of those. I could probably build a whole city just out of box chargers. That'd be an interesting thing to do. So here he is in box mode, and I don't tend to show this off much anymore, but there he is, size-wise, next to WALL-E. By the way, they had a Disney license. I guess they probably still do. They totally, well, Pixar, I don't know, somewhere in there. They need to give us a WALL-E. That would be awesome. A 52 Toys WALL-E. Sorry, I said 52. It's 5'2". Ooh, WALL-E is dirty and dusty. Anyway, so basically a 2x2 cube, 2x2x2 cube as it goes. I like some of the details though. I mean, look at this cool little red stuff going on here. Silver paint going on there. Then you get a little bit of silver paint, a whole bunch of red translucent. A little bit of silver paint poking out there. A little more silver paint, red paint. Looks cool. I digs it. Got some Tampo stuff here. MP type. I wonder what that says. Hold on. I'm going to take a picture of it and then Google Translate it later in the edit. So, hey, me, remember to do that. Okay, so I want to take these things, flip them forward. Now, this is where I have to remember what order things happened in. So I think these need to pop up because they're tabbed into a couple things. Yes, okay. And this is tabbed in there. Okay. All right, so there's a post and a hole and a tab there that'll come in handy later. So this will slide back around, tab together. This is going to be his tail. Flip this up, and we'll flip these up. And got a little bit of a hinge there, so that's good. Nice. All right, where are we at next? Go ahead and do the sides here. Now, from what I can tell, these don't tab into anything. They're actually held in place by the other side. So we want to flip this up like that. And then we want to pull up here. Pull out. Oh, nope. I guess you got to move the legs first. Swing the legs out because they're holding everything in place. Now, this is one of the things I could not figure out for the life of me initially. So that folds forward. Now, there's a reason that I couldn't figure it out, and I'll show it off when I get to it. Can we see this okay? I feel like I need to brighten this up just a hair, because it is dark on dark. Bring up the head. We've got all this nice hingy bit going on here. And you can see this little kind of C-clip. Well, that connects to right here. And that's the thing I couldn't tell was the thing. So we close these little flappies. Well, I guess you could have closed them before I did that. So let's pop that off. Now fold it back. Okay. Because if you can't get it past that point, then yeah, it doesn't do you any good. Alright, so where's my clippy? There it is. Is it clipped in? Now it is. And then you got to finagle this like so. And close up the neck. It's a little whatever, but you can see here how that has a slide thing going back and forth to indicate the location of things. Go ahead and fold down the foot. And you can bring out the little toesies. He's got really strange feet, if I'm honest with you. So it's a little weird. And I guess it just depends on the way you have him. So you can have him walk flat-footed, kind of like this, and just have the toes wherever. Okay, and then for the arms, you just want to unfold them. They'll slide back into there on a little butterfly joint, like so. Then fold out his little armies. And then there's a rotation joint. Oh, it's right here. Okay. So he can actually have little bitty handsies like that. And then you can utilize the elbow joint there. And we're not quite done yet, so we still have to come over here, flip this open, and this will flip around. That's another thing I could not discover. That was actually super easy to do. That one was just easy. It's just like, hey. All right, next up, we need to open this up and flip out all of his back spikes, which are pretty dang cool. Go here, go here, close that back up. And I think we are done. And there's our Bloodstone in his dinosaur, kaiju, something mode. Maybe he fights Mega Dio. That'd be cool. Mega Dio. Those bottom legs kind of suck. And once again, for comparison, since we have now a different size, he got way bigger than Wally. It's pretty cool. And let's see here. Let's compare to our beetle friend, our new blue beetle, our new kitty friend. Yeah, that's good. Put two grayish black things on the screen together. That's gonna come out real good. All right, the new Reaper friend, who is enormous. Seriously, if that doesn't let you know how big Reaper is, this one is probably the best bang for buck you're ever gonna get out of these guys. And who else is left? Okay, we'll go with an original Dio, D10 Dio. Let's see here. Can I turn that off? Will that help? Don't know if that's helping or hindering. I'll just leave it off for now. Okay, so let's talk about his articulation. Because he's got plenty. The head does move. It's just on a ball joint. I think it's actually is it a hinge in a ball joint? No, it's just a ball joint. Or is it? Hold on. It looks like the head does pivot. Oh, it does. Yeah, the head does actually pivot on its own joint. So that's cool. Doesn't really have any eyes to speak of. But his mouth does open, and he does have a cannon. A fire-breathing cannon. Speaking of fire, here comes a fire. Comes a cool, like, digital red lightning / fire that totally fits in his mouth. And he can shoot flames, which is pretty badass, if I'm honest. You got no kind of neck articulation down here, but you got all kinds of here. You have ball joint mounted arms with the little hingy bits here for an elbow. Little flip-floppy in and out hands. You know, those are probably very scary. By the way, he does have the silver paint all over his chest, including the dinosaur faction logo. They're done really small, I'm guessing to invoke size. Oh, look at this. He's got a pivot. Oh, look at that. Hold on, I didn't even notice. Look. He can move his tail that way. What? Okay. I did not know that. That's pretty cool. Okay, so with that, tilts back here. See, there's a slot right there that leads me to believe there was supposed to be a way to lock that in place. But I'm not seeing anything like that. Red paint there. His knee does function as such. You know, you can bend it and make it straight. Obviously, the toes. We saw that during the transformation. You got silver pipes. It's kind of cool. Good like that. The tail does a lot of things. You can have it out and down, so to speak, like this. You know, you got forward and back motion. You don't have any... I just like the wiggle waggle. Wiggle waggle waggle. It's pretty funny. And you got the up and down motion back here. And you do have what looks like a pretty cool claw, but there's no hinge back there, so that kind of sucks. Silver paint there. You do have weapons ports in a few places, so if you have para weapons to slap on him, which I have para weapons, just I'm not keen on pulling them out currently. Yeah, I'm going to have him rest on his tail. This seems to be the smart thing to do. I'm going to mess with the Back fins just a little bit. And then you got these things here, which do have a weapons port, but they are solid translucent on a hinge with a swivel. I'm not going to play around with that. If I'm honest with you, I'm not going to play plastic roulette with hoping that's going to stay stable. Like I said, the tail is just sort of here. You can do whatever. I like the painted the silver inside there. You got red tampo and red paint along there. You got some red translucent. The use of different grays and blacks to really change it up, I enjoy. I enjoy a lot. I think it just really adds to the character, to whatever the Mecha Godzilla-ness of whatever this thing is supposed to be. The only thing that's funny is, like, it's clearly meant to be a kaiju, as they showed, but of course it doesn't scale to anything. That's one thing that's great about all these. Now, maybe one of the new versions of JoJo is meant to be a King Kong, and that's the deal for it. I don't know. But either way, this is actually a very cool one. Definitely want to get more of these molds. Like, if you were here for the Pantera review, you'll know that I'm talking about how, well, just getting straight repaints gets old, unless it's like a significant repaint. Like some of the early dinosaur ones where it was the police, fire engine, and emergency services, that kind of stuff. Those I'm okay with. When it's a repaint and it's minor remold, like with Thrashhard is kind of an Ankylosaurus. He's got the whole fat tail, different mold to the head. And then the other one is kind of a Trypticon repaint. I'm down for that because it also has a different head. So I'm actually getting a little bit of mileage out of the same mold is pretty cool. I'm assuming they'll give one of them at least bigger arms to crawl around instead of being upright. I think that's probably something to look forward to. Look, he's just got little dinky hands. It's just kind of funny. But either way, I like this one. It's actually pretty neat. It does engineer the scale problem. So if there's other things that are meant to be on this scale, it would be cool to see that, and then maybe even have that in a diorama. You know, where he's like walking amongst the cityscape. You know, but he had to be taller than the buildings. But either way, if you guys enjoy this one, give it a big old thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button down below if you are new to the channel. And a lot of people find this channel because of Fight2 Toys. And hey, welcome. Check out the rest of the Fight2 Toys playlist. It's pretty significant at this point. And, you know, there's other ones I wish I could get that are not an American market option, and I have no good way to get. And that does make me sad. But let me know so far, out of the new ones I've done, which ones have been your favorite. I'm digging on this one, and especially Reaper. So let me know down below which one you really like. By the way, I did get this at Big Bad Toy Store. I forgot to mention that. If you didn't see the out of the box, or in the kitchen video, sorry. So I'll catch you guys next time. Remember, as always, keep on nerding.